Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to Sir Jeremy. Whenever you're listening to this video. My name is Grafiel Aprilos Tanggang, and I'm about to explain my mid project for web programming too. Uh, let's just get through. Let's just get straight to it. So, the first thing I want to explain is the folder src. So this folder is where it contains all the main content, main components for your website or application or whatever. Uh, and inside that, those contents are exactly in here. These important folders. We're gonna get straight into it later. And then we have FTSX, where you create where it loads the route or the path towards the pages in your website, but you have to make sure that you have imported it first, import them first. And then there's index css, where you import the css, and in here we use tailwinds. You can see the plugins and the class and stuff. Also, we have main tsx, where you run the application, where it used to be run. Yes. And if you're wondering why it's error right here, it's red. I have no idea. It's exactly the same one with my Vercel, but it on the Vercel it works. This in this one it doesn't. I don't really get why. So let's just, as long as it works. So the first one we're gonna talk about is the pages itself. Here, hold on. We can we can look at this, uh, which is the website uh, that I've already made. So the first thing first, which is post. Post, here you can see that inside this we define the structure of the post itself. We have id number. Hold on. Here's the post page. You can see the id numbers, where we define it, what type of data it is. Like, for example, the title using string, the body using string, the text using string, reaction using reaction type right here, the emojis and stuff. User id using numbers right here. User id, yeah. And the views as well using numbers, stuff like that. Also, you can define the here, where you define the structure of the reactions, which is here, reaction type here, right here, the eyes, the likes and stuff. Here also you can define the response containing multiple posts. Like, if there's a multiple post here, where you show it, is it deleted or not. Oh wait, no, what? Here, where it's exactly showed that the post data. Also, functioning to fetch posts from the IP. Here's the function where you take the data from the IP. Oh wait, uh, I think we're gonna explain the utils first before we continue the post. So in utils, you put exactly the JSON, the API, and in here, in this one, we're gonna use a dummy JSON, exactly what you told us, and which is already pre-made. The content is already pre-made, so you can see here it's already pre-made. It's using JSON API contents, and this function right here, wait, where is it? This function right here works to fetch it, to get the data, the contents inside it, into this website, into this page, sorry. And after that, we continue to define the structure of the deleted post. Where is it? It's right here, the delete post. And then the this one is to to explain how to delete the function by its ID, like the ID of the post. And then this is a component to display a single postcard. And this one is where you basically all the CSS, the style, all kind of that. We got title h2, where you put it, like, yeah, these are basically just the styles, to be honest. The same thing with the skeleton for the post, like how it's structured exactly, like where the user ID, where the title, the content, the tags are. It's styled right here. And then the main post component, which is, well, the entire thing, is right here. It is declared right here. Not declared. What do you call it? Defined, I think, right here. And the CSS also is right here. And finally, it is exported. And also, this is not the only one about the post. There's also at post.tsx, which, if you see right here, there's a button for new post. That's what the at post tsx are used for. And here's the page, because this is the page of the new post thing right here. That is why it's in the pages folder. In here you can define the structure. It's basically all the same thing. You define the structure right here. You define the reaction stuff right here. The little guy over here. This is also a function to. It's basically all the same thing. Like, you define the post at, initialize the mutation, you redirect the post pages using use effect, and then you stylize it. The same thing with hold on. The same thing with the edit. It's right here. Edit post. So in edit post, it's literally the same, the exact same thing with the add product, but it's already it fetch. Hold on, it's right here. Here, there's a function that fetch the specific content of a specific post. So if I choose this one, user 121, it's gonna shows the content of 121. It's right here. It's fetched right there. Also, if I choose the 47th user, it fetched the 47th user contents. Yeah, stuff like that. And it's defined right here, and then initialized here using mutate. It is also fetched using React query, which is obviously redirect, and then it redirect it redirect the post page when the mutation is successful. So when the edit has already been done, hold on. So when it's like 1 2 3, bam. Well, it won't work here because we've not yet done anything with the back end stuff. We're still using React. So it redirect the post, although it doesn't really replace it. So it's just kind of there, I guess. And then it stylized the entire page again. Yeah, stuff like that. It's basically the same thing to all of this, but we're just gonna get into it, I guess. The next one has to be recipe, I believe. I think it's recipe. I don't know. I think it's recipe. All right, recipe.tsx. This is. Oh wait, before we continue, let's just explain the post form, the components here. So what's the components basically means is that the post, like when you create Crude, usually when you add new things, you're gonna have a form where you insert the data or the contents that you want to create, add, or whatever. And when you oh shit, sorry. And when you want to edit or delete something, it also shows you a form. When you edit it, it shows the content that's already pre-made, and you wanted to update it. That's basically the entire function of a form. which is a container to put the contents. Like something like that. Yay, something like that. So so you define the structures again. You you define the structures, the form field. What type of data is this? No, not variable. Uh, shit. It's not variable. It's whatever lah. It's things. You define the structures. You define the props. You can also convert the array to the array of string the array into a single string, like an array of strings into just a single one. You can also convert the already converted single string into a new lines of array. So you can create an array using a single string. You can also create a single string using an array. Here you reformat the field, you define the post form, you can populate the form fields, you can handle the form submissions, and then you create the styles as usual, and you export it, obviously. The exact same thing with, to be honest, the other things like the to-dos, the recipe forms, basically everything that has to do with components like forms. It's all the same thing. It handles the same thing, which is forms this thing, forms forms forms. Anyway, let's get back to it. Recipes. Now this is interesting. Recipes, because they have images in them. So as usual, you import the hold on. You import the necessary stuff. The mutation, the query, the API. I mean, not API, JSON. Sorry. The param, the use effects. So as usual, you define the structure, what data is what type. You define the structures of the response, stuff like that. You also component to display a single recipe card. So this is the entirety of it, the entirety of a single recipe card. So here, this is an entire recipe card. A single recipe card is right here. Hold on, it's error. Shit. Whatever. Anyway, the entire recipe card, it contains here. You got the recipe image right here, which is this. You got the class name, which is this class name right here, classic margarita pizza. You got the recipe info also. Oh man, and stuff like that. You can find it. You can fetch the list of recipe. You can component display skeleton. So the entire skeleton, which is the entire thing, the entire page, and then the main recipe components, and then this is the interface. I didn't know that existed. I'm just kidding. Anyway, next one should be comments. So in comments, it's again the same thing. You import the necessary stuff. You define the interface, the structure, how it exactly looks like. What data is what type. You define the structure of it, the structure of the contain multiple comments that contain more than one comments. You define the structure of the already deleted comments. You also create a function to fetch from the data of the API, the dummy JSON. Also a function to delete a comment by its ID, which is right here. No. Right here. The delete. Yeah. Also, this is also the component to display the skeleton which is again the entire page, how it looks like. And then the main component, you fetch the comment, you mutate the delete comment to delete the comment, although it doesn't really work again because we haven't learned back end. Also here we have the stylize and stuff like that, and then you export it. The same thing goes with the add comment where you where you define exactly the page here, right here, edit comment. You define it, like the body, the post ID, the post ID, the user ID, the inside of the comment. You can edit it. Where's the function to edit it? Hold on. Here you hold on. Where is it? Here it is. It redirect the comment page when the mutation is successful. So this entire function is where you change transform the content of the edit. Also there's a wait, no, this is add. Hold on. Wait, this is add. Sorry. This is what I'm talking about. Sorry. God, hold on. Sorry. It's like 11. Don't ask. So this is the entire function, not to edit, but to create a new recipe. Yeah, create new recipe where you insert stuff like that. Again, just a reminder. These are handled by this where is it? Recipe form again, which we already talked about. And edit comments, I've already missed explain. I thought it was not edit comment. So in here, edit comment, where is it? Here where you edit it. Where is the function to define? Here to initialize a mutation and then redirect the comment page when the mutation is successful. So it changes the comments. What's the difference between the post and the comment? Yeah, whatever. And then the last one, to-dos, and the to-dos, it's also the same thing. You import, you define all the data, the structures and stuff, and here you can find the function to fetch, the function, the component to display the entirety, the structure, the skeleton of the page. You got also the main to-do component. You fetch so first of all you fetch the list, which is all this is the list, not last, list. And then you initialize the mutation. Yeah. And then you toggle the what is it here? Toggle menu? What toggle menu? Whatever. And then you close the menu. These are all for the CSS, the style. And then again, it's the same thing. The add to-dos. Here, right here, the add to-dos. You can create a new to-dos, which is the forms are already handled by this to-dos form. We've already talked about like 4 times already. And then here you define the interface, to-do string, user ID using numbers, the to-dos using strings, and then complete it using boolean. And then here where you define the add to-do component, the inside of it, the components what creates this entire page. You initialize the mutation if you wanted to create something, and then it redirect it either to the top of or the bottom. I don't really know because it does not work. Here's also where it shows the stylized. And finally, the edit to do is the last one we're gonna talk about, which is also we've already it has no different with other edits. it's all the same thing. You initialize, you redirect, and then you stylize. It's all the same function, just different. What do you call it? It's not variable. It's whatever it's called. It's component whatever. So yeah, basically it. You define, you fetch, you initialize, mutate, you redirect, and then you stylize the entire page. And don't forget to export it. And here also, we came back here. The app, you import all this weird stuff, complicated stuff. You create the route path like this right here, the route path, which page when you press to which, which contents inside which page, what when you press what, and then the index, which is the css, and you can run it using this. Also, I haven't run it yet. Let's try it. Just for the final one. Hold on, get this out of here. Npm run def bam, and yeah, it works. All right, so that's basically it. I'm sorry if I'm kind of rushing or my words are all over the place. I could not really like explain why I'm talking like this or why I'm explaining this way, because all of this are basically the same thing, different names, different like contents and stuff, but it's all basically just the same thing. It's all crude: create, update, what, delete, yeah, and what the other one, read, like, come on, that's why is it there? It's supposed to be cut. Anyway, thank you for your attention, Mr. Jeremy. You can rewatch it as many times as you want. Yeah. And you might be wondering why I do not post it on Faircell, because this thing right here, yeah, the red, it doesn't allow it. I don't know why. But anyway, thank you and good night, I guess.